My name is Beck and welcome to a reading vlog, or just a vlog in general. I have a few things to do, so I thought I would just film a vlog because why not? I've already filmed a video today. I did my reading wrap up for May/June, that's why there's a stack of books behind me. And I also have a chair from IKEA sitting over there that I need to put together at some point today. I also have to exercise, like a 15-minute hard exercise, and then I haven't had lunch yet. So I also want to do some reading, and I might end up doing that after lunch because I have The Wheel of Time book 1 to read and I have not touched that since I filmed a vlog a while ago. So I'm only like 60 pages into it and I want to be at least 100. I'm also listening to Summer Night, the 4th Dresden book, on audio, and I'm really loving it. If you haven't heard of Dresden before, it's Wizard Detective. That's pretty much what sold me. He's a consultant to the police and he helps solve supernatural murders. Wheel of Time, I don't know if it's a chosen one story, it's an adult fantasy, it's very, very hyped up and I need to read it because as a fantasy fan, saying I haven't read Wheel of Time is like I've grown a second head, so I need to actually make some traction on finishing that book. So that's my plans and my day so far. Let's see what I end up doing and what I end up reading. So I've just pulled out the instructions to put this chair together and it looks like I'm missing a piece that IKEA never sent me, which is frustrating. So I can't actually put my office chair together yet, which is really annoying because I've been using an old dining room chair as my desk chair and it's been messing up my hip joint in my left side and my knee as well because it dips because it's a dining room chair. So I was really hoping to get some actual like lower back support and hip support when I was sitting in this because that's what it's for. It's got lumbar support in it, but frustratingly I'll have to wait a bit longer. Guess who is the biggest idiot of all? It is me, and I will show you why. I had the parts all along. It's now 4 o'clock and I can say that I successfully put a chair together from IKEA. I thought it was touch and go because I didn't realise that I had put the part that adjusts the height of the chair separately to where I put all the other parts, so I thought I was missing a part. I just did a dumb, but it's fine because I made the chair and I still have time this afternoon to read. So I thought while I'm exporting all the footage that I filmed earlier this morning, I would read some of The Wheel of Time because usually when I export footage, I pop my headphones on and I watch a video, but my Bluetooth headphones need to charge. So I will do some reading while I wait. It is now 9:30 on Friday and I did some reading yesterday and I got to page 71 of The Wheel of Time. So I've made some progress, which I'm happy with, but I'm going to read more of it today. So I at least want to get to page 100, if not further in, because I've basically got the entire day to read. This morning though, I am ducking out to get an x-ray done of my teeth. So that's why I'm actually dressed like a human being and ready to go out, because usually you probably see me in one of my like 3 jumpers, my blue one, my grey one, or my stripy one. But this is a nicer one and I'm going outside. So I will do that and then come back. Shouldn't take me too long and then I will settle down with a coffee and read. So that's what I'm expecting today to look like. So same spot, different jumper. It's now 1:30 and I have read 105 pages of The Wheel of Time. So I am making progress and I'm very happy. I didn't think it was going to take this long to get into action, but it took like 70 to 80 pages and then things really kicked off and now I'm really, really invested because it seemed kind of, not meandering, but because I guess it's such a detailed series that is very long and each installment is quite long, it takes a little bit of time to set things up at the beginning. And because it set those things up at the beginning, that's why I was invested when the action went down. So it definitely wasn't wasted time. If you're like me and you hadn't really heard of what The Wheel of Time is actually about and you've just heard people talk about it, now that I've read a couple of pages and I'm more than 100 in, I feel like I can kind of discuss what it is, even though it hasn't really gotten into any of the magic aspect so far. So at the start, we're following Rand and his father Tam, and they have just arrived in town from their farmhouse and they've brought all of the cider for the annual festival that is about to happen. So when they're in the town, there are these visitors, Moraine and Lan, and they are from a far away place and they seem like mysterious, potentially magical. So they meet these characters. They also meet someone who's staying at the inn, and then there are naturally the people who live in the town or the village, and everyone, including Rand's friends who live in the village, are preparing for this festival. So that is what is going on. Rand and Tam go back to their house for the night, and while they're at their house that night, something goes down and then it gets actiony from that point onwards. And it started to talk a little bit about the potential of Moraine as a character, and when her name came up, I remember seeing her talked about by people online, but I've only seen her name and then I made myself not read what was going going on so that I didn't get spoilers. Same thing with Rand. So Rand is a farm boy, and the typical trope of fantasy, especially adult fantasy, is have a farm boy and have him really weak and then have him become something more powerful later. So I'm kind of seeing that that's where the story is going, but I don't really mind. It's got great classic tropes that I enjoy, and it's doing it in a way that I'm enjoying the story so far. So I've started Wheel of Time and I'm really liking it. It is now just after 10 on a Saturday, and I didn't do any more reading because yesterday I ended up finishing an edit on my reading wrap up, so I'm sure that'll be up by now because I plan on posting this vlog afterwards. So I did that instead of finishing more of the chapters in here, but today I'm going to be focusing on this instead. That's what the plan is going to be today. I've already exercised and showered and stuff. I haven't had breakfast yet though, and Dave is out at the moment at an appointment, but when he gets back we're going to go for a walk and get a coffee. So I'm anticipating that this afternoon is going to be spent of me reading. Hello, it is now 8:30 at night and I am on page 209, so I've made some great progress, but I'm getting a little bit sleepy and a bit yawny, and I just want to watch YouTube videos for a bit, maybe play some Animal Crossing and then go to bed. So I'm really happy with what I've read so far. There is expansion on the magic system and on the quest narrative, and Rand is getting these interesting dreams that give you a bit more context as well, but I can't really talk about what they are because they'll spoil some of the exposition done at the beginning. But I'm really liking the magic so far. I'm liking seeing more of the world building, and I'm enjoying the character interactions as well. Everything is building up in a very detailed way, and it's not too slow so I'm not interested, and it's not too fast that I'm kind of getting whiplash and going, wait, who are they and what are they doing and why? I'm caring about everything that's happening, so it's building up at the perfect pace. Even though it may seem slow because the writing is small and it's got a lot of pages, it's a very, very good feast for my brain. I'm really enjoying it so far. Hello, it is now Tuesday and I didn't do any reading yesterday, which is why I didn't update anything. I read during the night on Sunday and then I just went straight to bed, and then on Monday I didn't do any reading, and I would have done reading that night as well, except I went to bed at 8:30 at night. So I just engaged grandma mode and went to sleep. But now I've been reading this morning and I'm gonna break and have lunch because I mean it's 11:30 but I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna get back to reading, and then I have to wrap up this vlog around 2 because I have an appointment at 2:30 and I have to get going. So I am not going to do any video editing today, which is tempting because I'm right here at my computer, but I'm going to prioritize reading. I'm at 375 pages and I want to get to 400. So that means that I started this book having only read 60 pages and I have read 340 in a couple of days. And given that I've been dragging my feet on reading, I think I've done really, really well, and I'm really actually enjoying this. And now that I've got more context as to what it is about and what the premise kind of is, and the magic system is starting to develop as well, and I'm really connecting with the characters because they are getting their own sections now, I'm very much invested, and I'm really, really happy that I finally started this because I put this in my goals video at the start of the year, and then when I did my update and reaction to them about halfway through this year, I hadn't even started this very much. And now that I've made some traction in this, I'm happy for starters that I've made some progress because I've set it as a goal to read this year, but I'm also really happy because I'm really enjoying it. Not that I thought I wouldn't, but it's just nice to know that I'm enjoying it anyway. So I imagine there will be another clip or two after this one because this isn't my final one, but I am wrapping up this vlog very soon. So hopefully I can get to 400 pages. It's now about an hour later and I can say that after going through like a reading dry spell, I can say that I got to 400 pages through the Wheel of Time, and I'm really, really proud of that progress. I was concerned that I wouldn't get this far and I thought I was being a bit ambitious, but it is the end of June. I'm filming this on the 30th and I have read a chunk of this. I think I'm more than halfway through now. I just checked on Goodreads and I am 53% through, so I am definitely more than halfway through. So this reading vlog really served a purpose, and that was to hold me accountable to reading, because I'm filming a separate spoilery vlog for Wheel of Time as I read it through and experience all the plot twists for the first time. So that has really helped me motivate myself to actually get up and read it. So 400 pages into this, super chuffed. And I also just wanted to mention before I close off this vlog that I actually pre-ordered a book. It is an audiobook, not like a physical book, but it is something that was on my June-July TBR, and I haven't started it yet because obviously it hasn't released yet. And it is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green, and that's the sequel to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by him, which is kind of like adult fiction but with sci-fi in it. And I really enjoyed the first one. It made my favorites of 2019, like my top 5. Not to say I have high expectations for the sequel to it, but my expectations are up there. So hopefully I really enjoy the audiobook, and that comes out in like a week. That is likely what I'm going to be picking up next on audiobook, but I'm still currently listening to the Dresden Files, and I haven't finished that yet, but I'm kind of taking my time because I don't want to blast through the series and then have nothing left. And I'm also conscious that I'm reviewing them as I read them, so that means I'm gonna have to have the physical book with me to actually talk about it in a video. I mean, that would be ideal. So it depends on what happens going forward, but hopefully I can keep affording to get the book when I film the review. If not, there will just be an insert of a picture, so it's not too much of a drama, but it's just something nice that I would prefer to have it physically. But I guess that ends the vlog for now. So I read 400 pages. I'm pretty happy with that progress. I'm actually super excited about that progress, and I plan on finishing this book at least by the first week of July, if not sooner, so that I can start The Way of Kings next, because I need to reread those before Rhythm of War comes out in November. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will chat to you down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.